Hello, my lovely friends. Welcome to Spicy Cat Colors, new and seasoned friends. I am here today doing a quarterly check-in for the second quarter of 2022. I did these videos last year. Did I just like kind of snort? I was trying to breathe. Okay, sorry. I haven't been filming a lot, and obviously I've lost my mind. So, first up, I will apologize if I sniffle. I don't realize it until I'm like editing and watching my videos, and I'm like, seriously, Kathy, shove tissue up your nose or something? But it is hot, humid, I have allergies and asthma, and you're going to get a cough, a sniffle, something. It happens. So, let me kind of pull myself back together. So I am doing a quarterly check-in for the second quarter of 2022. As I started to say, I did these last year, albeit I missed one, and I originally saw Nikki and Niagara do them. She did them for first quarter, and Nikki, did you not do them anymore? But I really don't care if you didn't do them again. I mean, I care because I love to hear them, but because you gave me the idea, so now I'm doing them. So thank you, Nikki. So I encourage anybody that is doing videos, this is kind of a fun little check-in for yourself, plus it's a little video idea. Sometimes people are like, I don't know what to make a video of. So I don't know, this will probably be mostly talking. I'll show you some stuff. If you're a seasoned friend, you've probably heard most of this, but I'm going to go through my stats from January 1st to June 30th. As far as what I track every month, which you see in my completed pages, I'm going to give you the 6-month version. I have a little bit I'll show you, but really not a lot. It'll be mostly talking. And I want to make sure I'm clear that I don't remember now. Did I set myself a page goal for the year? I may have, based on last year. I'd actually have to watch it, my video. I personally don't, which you may are going to laugh at, because you're like, why do you track all this if you really don't care? It's because I'm a numbers nerd, and any of you that also are a numbers nerd will understand this. I just like to see that. I like a good graph, a good pie chart, all of that. It could be like 5 pages that I'm graphing or 500. The number doesn't really matter. I don't set myself a goal to do a certain amount of pages every month. I do what I want to color. I do buddy colors, and yeah, whatever kind of moves me. Usually I am trying to check off different prompts. I like to, there's a lot now, which I love. The people are coming out with new scavenger hunts or prompts for their birthday or just in general. I find that very helpful. I've said before, I use coloring as it's a hobby. It is a stress reliever. It turns my brain off from thinking about all the chaos that is my life. So this year, I've been coloring a lot because of that reason. I don't color. I'm not a professional colorist, artist. I'm not a professional YouTube creator. I do YouTube as a hobby. So the numbers and all that, it's just because I kind of like having something to look back at to see. To me, it's an accomplishment. If I did 5 pages a month or 0 pages a month, I'm okay with it because that just means my time was spent somewhere else. So that's kind of what I don't want anyone to think. I don't know what you want to think. I guess, again, think what you want, but I'm not competing with anybody else. I'm not competing with myself. I'm doing a hobby that I love, and I am going to share with you what I have done so far this year. Got that? So, this is my journal. I got this book at Target. I do recommend, if you want to do something like this, and you're serious about keeping it, invest in a nicer quality type journal. I am a dollar store diva. Okay, I'm not, because that's actually somebody on YouTube, but I love the dollar store stuff, but I wanted this to last for a while because I want it to be more than just a year. I'm planning to use this until it's full. So I did spend money. I don't know how much. I'm sure it wasn't $10, but it was more than what I would normally pay for a notebook. And I bought it at Target, and I really like the spiral bound, so I don't have to worry about a spine, and it will lie flat wherever I'm at. So that's my one recommendation to anyone that wants to do this. And what is this? Well, this is my coloring completed pages journal. So I bought this and started it with my January pages. Last year I did keep track of each page as I did them, but I had a journal and I just did it by month. And then now that journal is done. So this is kind of a way that I can just keep going as long as I'm coloring. And if I ever decide to shelve my coloring hobby for a while, I'll still have this to come back to. So basically in this book, I just started at the number 1 and I number and keep numbering. And at the end of the month, I draw a line to indicate, okay, end of the month. And then I go through all of this information, and that's how I come up with my monthly numbers. So let's just zip to the end. I do have some information for July in here, but we're not going to talk about that. Everything has a reason. The color coding, the symbols, all of that means something. It's just, again, my tracking. But in the first 6 months of 2020, I already forgot what month, 2022, or what year we are, I have colored 479 pages. To me, that's insane. But then I'm like, oh yeah, stress reliever, Kathy. That's what coloring is. So I have colored 479 pages. Of those pages, because this is stuff I track, now I'm off one, and I'm not going to go through. I don't know if I misnumbered, because I've done that. I've had to fix it where I've like started writing the wrong number. So I either messed up here or somewhere else. So this says I have 479 pages, but when I total up my color by number and my non-color by number pages, I get 478. So we don't know where the difference is, but color by number, I have done 232 pages, non-color by number, 246. So that is that. And I, again, I color whatever I'm feeling. Color by number, I enjoy. For me, it's a little quicker. And it's not all of them are simple. Goodness no, I'm not doing it for simplicity. Some of them are, but I don't have to think as much. So let's dive into, this is the Johanna Basford weekly coloring planner for 2022. I picked this up like in November or December on Book Outlet, and that's what I am hoping to do again this year. It is already available if you want to pay full price, but I never want to pay full price. And I changed this up a little bit to meet my needs, so I'm going to zip to the end so we can kind of look at my summary stuff. And I have a couple pages I haven't filled in yet. I might not need to use them. So I have been keeping track just for my own reasons. Well, not really. Just so I can remember, last year I did a video, I think somebody else had done it, I apologize, I don't remember who, of my favorite pages, or I think it was like a top 10 pages of the year. So I did that video, and I did, of course, more than that. I did my top 24, I did color by number and non-color by number. So I don't have to go back and rewatch a bunch of stuff. At the end of the month, I jot down what I found as my personal favorites, whether it be color by number, non-color by number. And then the plan is to make a video of that at the end of the year. When we get to social media, I track for, again, the only reason that I just find it interesting, Instagram and YouTube. Instagram, in the first 6 months, I have gained 187 followers. I've had more than that, but I frequently call the list of all the robots and creepers. So there's that. Thank you. I always say that I don't focus on the subscriber counts. And while I don't set that as a goal, it's because I have no control over it. I don't want to minimalize the fact that if you do follow me or subscribe to me, that it doesn't mean anything to me. It does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it a lot. I just know that that's a number, and it doesn't necessarily give me any self-worth value or anything other than, I mean, I follow people all the time, and then I don't ever unfollow them, but I don't really pay attention to their content because my needs and desires, seriously, I'm talking about creepers. My interests might change. So somebody might follow me for one reason, but then they really don't engage or do anything else because I switched gears. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't want to dismiss that I love and appreciate everyone that follows me and subscribes to me, but that's why I don't, I guess, focus on the numbers. So I shouldn't even tell you, but I do. So I'm telling you what those are. What I do like to see is my involvement. Maybe that explains it better. Like the subscribers and the follower count is the outside. That's what they're doing. I have no control over that. What I actually post, that's what I have control over, and that's what matters to me. I just need to be quiet. I try and be so politically correct and not offend anyone, and then I just sound like a babbling idiot. But if you're a true seasoned friend, you know I would never intentionally try and offend somebody. So please, if I ever say anything that could be borderline offensive, no, it's just my own bumbling, and I certainly did not intend it that way. So Instagram, I have posted 137 posts. That is mostly because of buddy colors. I love doing buddy colors in general. We'll get to those in a minute, but I don't seem to post a lot of just my own page I just do on my own. Sometimes I'll post a little snippet if we're out of town doing something fun, a personal side, but I'm happy with 137 posts. YouTube, if you're watching this, you know I have been very inconsistent. Life has pulled me away, but I am still here. So somehow in still being here in the first 6 months, I have gained 329 subscribers. Thank you. And what I control, which I'm a little sad about, I've only posted 36 videos, and this is through the end of June. So that I would much rather have a higher number, but I also have to take care of things and me and my life. So we have that. Then this will be my overall end of the year. This is what this page is for, to tally all of that. I have completed one book and I already put it up on the shelf, so I don't have it. I do have a flip filmed. If it's already posted, I will link it in. If not, it will be coming out. Valentine Ceramic Tiles, Prachi Dewan Sachdeva. I finished that book. And then here's where I do my general monthly coloring summary. So let me tell you the details, the totals of all this. So we already went over the total pages. So I'm also trying to utilize what I have as far as supplies. And when I added this up, it made me so happy. So I have used up 21 rolls of washi tape. Some of them are very small, but I've still used them up. And I have used up 154 various pens and markers, which is woohoo, that's a whole set. I could buy a 160 set. But I'm still working on, I have a couple that I'm down to those. I don't want to start with a fresh set. I want to use up. So I'm trying to use as much as I can, which makes interesting color palettes, but I'm happy with that. What makes me the happiest when I look at numbers, the ones that matter to me, it is buddy colors. In the first 6 months, I have done 157 buddy colors, which makes me very happy. Many of them are duplicates, like my friend Tammy and I do. We're working on a project book. We'll look at that shortly. So that's 5 pages a month, which is 5 buddy colors. I count the page and not necessarily the person. So I've not done it with 157 different people. Done it with, again, creepers. Done buddy coloring with 157 people. But I think that is pretty fun. So what do we have next? then we're up to, I still need to fix this. I don't like this. I just haven't dug out my like pattern paper to fill this little section in. So 10 books to touch. I have done 3. I've already done 1 now in July, but I have touched 3 of my 10, and that is these 3 right here. So I'm not going to show you the ones I haven't colored in yet, but I did Girl Power by Christopher Hart. It was one of those 10 books to touch. I tried to find like books that I've had the longest, so these all had been purchased in 2020, and I think I did 2 pages in here. I didn't mark pages, sorry. And I did these in March, that one, and I did this one, was a buddy color. So I got that book touched. And then in April, Sacred Angels by Lydia Hess. This is such a beautiful book, and just to touch, it's like, oh, it's matte and glossy. And I've only done the 1 page, which was a buddy color, but I very much love it. And hopefully I will get another page or 2 done in here before the end of the year. But it's kind of like, you know, oh, once you've touched it, it's like, oh, now it makes me want to play with you even more. And then last month I got into my Creative Haven favorite hymns coloring book. And did I do 2 or 3? I think just 2. I did this page with just a tracing technique. And I did, oh, is the other one further back? Oh, there it is. I was zipped right by it. I did this one. So 3 have been touched, and actually I have 1 that I've already colored and done, and I'm in the process of working in spiroglyphics. So that will be 2. So I'll only have 4 left, which is a good thing. Then I track, as far as my collection, uncolored books. And I'm trying to focus on this year. Someday I'm going to do a collection video. I don't know when. Again, it might not be till next year. But I really want to not have very many uncolored in books. So I have just been tracking each month what books I've colored in that were previously uncolored. So overall, this year, in 6 months, there's 53 books that were previously uncolored that are now colored. Some of those maybe were new books this year as well, so I'm not getting that far into tracking. So speaking of new books, this is where I track my new books. Now, if you watch my beginning of the year goals, I was attempting a no-buy 2022. I've actually done quite well. Realistically, there was no way I wasn't going to just buy something every now and then for myself. But I'm trying to be very conscious about it, which has made a huge difference. Now, here's where I track the new books I've received. Either I track and indicate if it was a gift, if it was that I earned it in coloring for coins, if I purchased it using gift cards or reward points, or if it's a splurge. Because sometimes all that's making me happy is to buy a new coloring book. So in the first 6 months, there have been 66 new books come into my world. Let me tell you the breakdown and why I'm okay with this. 23 of them were gifts. Seriously, friends, you are way too much. I try and always tell people I do have my wish list public, but it is not for the purpose that I am soliciting people to buy me things. It is for the purpose to inspire you to find books you maybe didn't know about. I have several other friends' wish lists saved that they have theirs public, and I frequently go out there and see, hey, what did you guys find recently? Because I don't have a lot of time to search out the new stuff, but some of my friends are so amazing at that, and then I copy what they have to my wish list. So that is the reason for my wish list, but if you are ever so moved to purchase me something, I do sincerely appreciate it. I do not, again, same things like I said with the subscriber counts and all that. I don't mean anything negative by it. I mean, I appreciate it that you felt so moved to do so for me. I don't feel worthy. That's basically what it is. But thank you for those of you that did that. I have earned 19 books in my Coloring for Coins program with my husband. So that's been pretty fun. And that's kind of where I get what is maybe new that I want, or something off my wish list that I want, where I may have otherwise just purchased it. This way, I'm really thoughtful about which books I'm getting. So 19 of those. 7 books I have purchased, and some supplies, which I don't have on here, through gift cards that I have earned, not them been given to me. I think, again, someday when I have time, I'm going to do a video showing you the things I do. I like do surveys and some different apps where I earn points, and then I can cash those points in for Amazon gift cards, and that's what I do. So it makes a difference because I have purchased 7. That also refers to, I know, both Book Outlet and Lyrica. I have referral, either one. Lyrica has a referral coupon code, and Book Outlet is just a referral link when you use it. If you have not purchased from those sites before and you use my coupon code or my link, you will get a percentage off your order, and I earn credit at their store. So that is another way that I allow myself to get new things, is for those people that have used that. Thank you. You never have to use a referral code or a coupon code for someone. You can just go to a website and purchase. And there's a lot of us that have those referrals. So if you want to use one, just pick somebody and support them. I did that when I purchased from both sites the first time. I used somebody else's so that I could save some money, and they earned some, and I'm okay with that. But again, you don't have to use those codes. And if you want to, I always tell people, if that's a way you want to support me, I wish Amazon did something like that. Well, they kind of do, because you can, if you do the links, the affiliate links, you earn like a couple pennies. But I always say buy yourself something, but, use one of my codes or my links, because then that helps support me too. Anyway, then I have 5 books that are new to me because I did a swap, and I encourage other people with a large collection, large or small, our tastes change. So if something you bought is no longer something you're interested in coloring in, if you have the space and want to keep it, that's fine, because again, your taste could change. But if you want to rotate it out, talk to your other coloring friends and see if anybody's interested in doing a swap. It's kind of a really fun way to get new books without really spending anything other than the postage. So that was fun. And then there are 12 books that I purchased that were a total and complete splurge. Half of those were at my birthday because I was feeling pitiful because my husband failed me on my birthday. So I bought my own stuff. And then the others, I counted them as splurges, but they were actually also using credit on Lyrica. I wish, it's kind of like mandala. We need to have a coloring. Is it mandala? Should be like terminology 101. So we all just pronounce it the same way. Or if people know that there's a right way, they educate us. But I just counted those as splurges because I probably had enough credit to get one of the books that I purchased, and then the rest were just because I was out there and I wanted to. So that covers those 66 books. Phew, was that probably more than you ever wanted to know? Then, let's jump to the front of the old... I've kind of not been doing very good. I was keeping track of hashtags, but I don't really use this to refer to. I have, I actually just keep a Word document that I make every month, and I put in all my buddy colors, and that's where I type in any hashtags that I might be interested in. So I haven't really used this for that purpose as I originally thought. Prompts and plans are going well. And then let's go into the 10 books to finish. So I am amazed. I have done quite well. I have done actually over half of what I needed to do, I think. Can I do the math? I don't know. I'm not very good at math. Yeah, I think I have. I've done over half. So again, This is just kind of a recap. I covered up, I don't even know what this was. I think it was like the copyright information. I just put a piece of cardstock over it and customized this to represent my 10 books. I have 5 physical books that I am working to complete, and then I have 5 general books / illustrator artists that I'm trying to feature. So you can see the obvious ones that need a lot of love. So we're going to work on that, because I really would like, because I failed Hannah Lynn and Creative Haven last year, and I don't want to fail them this year. Again, I say fail, but it's not like I'm going to like be penalized for not reaching these goals. It's just, I enjoy coloring in both of those, so I don't know why I don't do them more often. I think because it usually takes me longer. And I like to be able to sit down and start and finish a page in one sitting, and I can't often do that with those two. But as a whole, we started the year, there were, of all my 10, I had 375 pages I needed to color, and I am down to only having 144 left. So I think that's amazing. I'm going to go through my 10 books, or my 5 books, to show you, just to see. So this book is one of them, Disney Love Stories. This is one of the French Disney books. I think this is the Spanish version, though. Got it on Amazon. And I just, since I knew I wanted to do this one, I started from the back, and I had not done any pages. So let me show you what all I have done. And these are fairly quick. The hardest part for me is the colors, finding adequate colors that match or are close, because if you go by their key, a lot of times it's funky wonky, but I will adapt it. Frequently I'll change the background to a different color if I don't like what they picked, and I always add washi tape around the edges of these to just try and finish it off and cover up my sloppiness. But you can see I have done quite well. So this book had how many pages? I gotta look. Had 39 total pages to be colored. And I have done 22, so that means I have 17 left. So typically I try and do a couple a month. And since July I'm working on color by numbers, we will see how many I can get done in here. So definitely going swimmingly with this book quite nicely. Next book I have been working on is my Minnie Pooh coloring book. This is the exact same images as the larger version of the book. I just mentioned that as a FYI in case you have either one of them or want to buy one. And if you find it, sometimes they come in and out on Book Outlet, which is where I bought mine, but just wanted you to know the images are the same. So this had 47 pages in, and I have colored 27, so I'm over halfway done. I have 20 left. And I kind of just go from the back forward if I'm not looking for specific prompts. As you guys know, I do monthly prompts, or Season Friends, I come up with monthly prompts, or if I need something for somebody else's prompt, I will jump around. But yeah, I only have 20 left in there. That is exciting. And then here is Mystery Mosaics, Book 1. I realized if you watched my goals video and I said I had 85 color by number books, I actually have more, because I have several more of the Mystery Mosaics, but I did not include them for July because my intention is to probably just color one every year, and I didn't want to jump out of order, if that makes sense. So I didn't pull those out as my color by numbers. So anyway, Mystery Mosaics, I had colored a couple in here. So I had 3 pages done at the start of the year, so I had 20 to color. And now there are 11 done, so I have 9 left. I'm currently working on one, but I included this as one of my pages. We'll see if I do it or not. I'm going to try on the others first, try them on like a dress. No, just try and color them. So now I've kind of been going again, unless it's a specific that I need the page for some reason, I have just been cruising along, and yeah, I'm excited. I like to add washi on these pages as well. Number one, again, cover up my messy edges and to finish it. And number two, they're all perforated. And while they haven't started to like separate, I don't want them to randomly fall out, because this is a book I like throw in my workbook or work bag, and it goes back and forth all over the place. So there's that. Then we have this planner is one of my books to finish. So this planner has some pages which I colored. I don't think I'm going to do the covers. I didn't count the covers. If I do those, it'll be a bonus. So they have some just pages in here. And then every month in the planner section, you have an image from one of Johanna Basford's books on the left. And then your planner space, which is kind of a nice space if you use this for an actual planner. I'm using it more as a coloring diary, maybe. So my goal is to color all these pages, and I've been doing very good about keeping up and doing the pages for each month. And then again, seasoned friends, you know, I print out create my digital split colors that I do when I post on Instagram of my buddy colors, because I just like to have that. I don't know, I just think it's fun to look at. Granted, I can look back through Instagram, but I enjoy seeing it where I can flip pages. So that's kind of in like my prompt bingo cards and that. So you can see. And in here, I sometimes will try a different technique, or I'll use limited marker set. But I did one in pencil, and I'm just not a pencil girl. It hurts my hands too much. So I do this in water-based markers, and I like it. The downside, of course, is if I have the book in Johanna, the full book, I will end up duplicating, but I don't mind. If I get this book next year, I don't think I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to include it on my 10 books finished. I don't know. Because some of these I just don't enjoy, or they're way too detailed, and that's when I might try a technique, which isn't all bad, but like this one, I was like, that was just way too much for me to color. So I did like this color wash technique, which I don't mind, but I would have just not colored that page. And where's the other one? Like here, I did some stencils instead of actually coloring. So we'll see. I guess it'll all depend if I get the book or not, because I will wait, because I am cheap that way. Where's the other little technique one? I saw where people have done it, and they turn these Johanna pages, they like draw a puzzle, like a puzzle grid. So I thought that might be fun to try on one of these. And here, like where I don't know if this is the spotlight technique. It was my version of it. So I'm enjoying it. But part of me also thinks, well, if I'm going to color a Johanna page, I'd almost rather color in one of my coloring books, because I want to color those too. So the Johanna planner had 54 pages in, and I still have 26 left. So I'm right on track. Excuse me. And then my last book, as far as the actual book that I'm trying to finish, is my project booked with my friend Tammy Colors 2. We are doing Floating 3D Mandalas, Volume 2 by Tabitha Barnett. This book had a total of 62 pages, and I had done 3 of them. So there were 59 to do, and Tammy and I do a certain number every month. And I have, how many left? 29. So 40 have already been colored. So like this was a bonus one. And then again, I talk about this. Tammy and I take turns coming up with themes for the pages. And then at the end of the month, we compare. And I'm really just doing basically alcohol marker, perhaps some glitter gel pen or other jelly roll. I do white. Primarily it's alcohol with white gel pen accents. But I didn't do this at the front half, so I don't know if I'll go back, because I probably can't find the palettes. But like if we had a palette, like this was a color palette inspiration, but I don't have a copy of the color palette. But now, starting in April, I started printing out if it was a palette inspiration, and gluing it up in the corner, because I just find that fun. I don't mind all of that extra stuff on my book. It's kind of a storybook in its own way. So I got a lot done. And then now we're up to, this one's a little sticky yet. It's because of the humidity. But so we are in the July pages, which I have not started. So aside from those, I have my 5 feature books, and 2 are actually, this one's already done too, I think, or it will be. I have a buddy color for, so I couldn't pick a camellia book to color, and I have the miniature books. I have all of them. Well, vacation should be here Tuesday. So I just said to do 50 miniature pages. So I only have 1 more to do, and I've hit that goal. Creative Haven, they typically have 31 pages, so I said 31. I only have done, I've done 11, so that means I need to do 20 more in the next 6 months. Jade Summer, I set 25. I've done 26, so I went ahead of the game. Same with the big Disney books. I've been on a big kick of those this year. I had set 25, and I have done 26. And Hannah Lynn, I enjoy doing those pages, and I don't know why they intimidate me, because once I start coloring, I just love it. So I set 25 for that one. I've done 4. So I think I could actually do it, friends. I might be able to hit my, well, based on right now, anything could happen in life, in general. It could happen. So we'll see what happens. Just because some people have asked before. So when I do my prompts, I have assigned, let's see if we zoom in a little bit. I have come up with my own prompt for each month. I did this last year. And then we'll see if you can that's a little bit, let's back out a little bit. And then I do the picker wheel where I have like 20 different things listed. So I end up with 2 different prompts. So what I have set for the rest of the year, in case you're looking ahead for potential buddy colors with me, in August, I am going to try and do food pages. September, animals. October, Halloween. And then November and December, I dedicate just to try and focus on those, I call them thankful books, the books that people gifted me. So then what happens at the beginning of every month, I do a picker wheel spinner, and it gives me a second prompt. So I don't know, I do the prompts my own, like the initial ones I set have a reason, or they're just things I have a lot of. And then the second one, it's just to help me keep going through my books. So we've had the Spinner's Chosen Holidays this year, and Sloths, and Jade Summer. April, I didn't do a spinner because I did a birthday prompt. May, I got cats, even though I spelt it as cast. And June was Disney. And then July is summer, or summer's my standard prompt, and then color by number. And I've also been writing down my Coloropoly prompts on here. So just to give you a recap, I know I went over all of that in my beginning of the year, but yeah, there you go, friends. That's what I've got for you. Where I've been, what I've been coloring. I'm, in general, very happy. Like I said, I have 144 pages left of my 10 books to finish, which means in these 10 books, I need to do 24 pages a month. Which, again, I started out needing to do 32, and after quarter 1, it was 29, so I'm making progress. I love it. Okay, that's a lot of talking for me, so I'm going to sign off here. I do hope everyone is doing well. Sorry, this was probably kind of a boring video. Hopefully you were doing something fun, like coloring and just listening to me prattle on, because I am a prattler. And I will be back at some point. Again, life is still crazy. It has not calmed down. So I don't know when this will get posted, and I don't know when I'll be back. So when you see me, you see me. I will still be posting on Instagram. If you want to do buddy color or anything, or just chit chat, certainly message me on Instagram, depending on life and if I'm at work or not. It's just easier for me to type, whether it's the fat finger syndrome, the old lady eyes. I don't know what it is. I am not I used to be the smartest, techiest person in the room, and now I am not. I am now the old lady in the room that needs to find the youngest person. So I don't like to do email or I don't even like to text. I certainly don't like to talk on the phone. Seriously, it sounds like I'm the crappy old lady that doesn't like people, but I kind of, when I'm not like working and getting paid to deal with people, I just kind of unplug. And but when I do respond, what I was trying to get to, it's so much easier to type at an actual keyboard on the computer. And I rarely set up my laptop at home. So I will respond to messages and the like while I'm at work. So if you send me a message and it's like 2 days till you hear from me, it's most likely because it's my 2 off days. But I certainly try and keep in touch with people because it's fun. So, okay, I'm going to quit rattling because this is long enough. And I would love to hear, are you doing anything like this? I would absolutely love to see everyone that does videos do a little just check-in. Tell us how you're doing for the year. I know the mid-year freakout tag is going around again. I'm not going to have time to do that. But I enjoy watching people do it. So that's another video idea. If you're looking for, just Google for that. And yeah, just kind of give us the summary of how your coloring year is going. And if you're doing a 10 books to touch or a 10 books to finish, how your progress is. Some of my friends have like done a swap out. They had their 10 books to finish, and then after so long, they decided, not going to happen. So they've swapped out. Again, there's no hard rules on any of this. It's a coloring hobby. You do you. You do what you want to do in your books. You buy what you want to buy with your money. It's not, who trying to keep up with the Joneses or the person next door to you. This is supposed to be relaxing and fun. And if you are someone that sets goals just to give you direction and something to look forward to, that's why I do it. I don't do it because I think I'm going to make them. It just gives me focus, because otherwise, you guys have been here long enough. I am the person, the squirrel runs by and I've lost you. You've lost me. I'm like in a different world chasing the squirrel right now. So if I don't have like this written down and like my plan to finish certain things, I would spend more time trying to figure out what to do. This way, my time is limited. I know, okay, if I'm not feeling that I want something specific, I can just pull out the list and go, let's work on this. I need to do some Creative Haven pages. Let me pull a Creative Haven book out. That's why I do it. So check in if you would like to do a video, and I will try and get out and check it out. Thank you, friends. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're staying cool or staying warm, depending on where you live in this beautiful world. And remember, the world is beautiful because you are in it. You, each and every one of you, and me. We all matter. We make this world a better place. We make it more beautiful, even on our ugly days. And we all have ugly days. I have been having more than usual. But if we didn't have the ugly days, we wouldn't appreciate the beautiful days as much. So I love you guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.